Very visible. Safe for now. It's gonna be pretty anticlimactic, ain't it? Yeah. This thing that I'm writing is gonna get bloodstained. Don't worry, I'm not gonna actually let you see it, but you will hear it. Let's turn off all the mic filters, just in case. My heart's fucking beating. I got one, maybe two things to say. Fury Atomic, you're okay to use those video clips, it's okay. It's gonna be really awkward if this also jams or fails to fire. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta press the button to make sure I close the stream after I die and also set the PC to shut off. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta press the button to make sure I close the stream after I die and also set the PC to shut off. Shut down ST120. Okay. All the models on Gumroad are free. Do whatever the fuck you want. Check the socials. For me, a few notes or last words. Well, this is it.
What you heard was a YouTuber who took his own life. The video's on YouTube. He shot himself with a shotgun. And this video is kind of showing you the other side of the so-called the system and what the system actually does to men, right? So we always like to talk about that it's easy for women. The reality is that a lot of people just don't feel like climbing that mountain. And when they climb that mountain, they fell off it way too much. I go in the depths of hell to find these people who did this to themselves. And a lot of the dudes say the same thing. Some of these dudes are very, very successful. They're very successful, like an Etika. It's just they're tired of looking over their shoulder. Who's going to try to take them down next? Or who's going to talk about them? This expectations of men is way too high that not everybody can meet it. No one wants to be the average man anymore. No one even wants to be the above average man. See, this guy is Asian. Right? So this guy's agent. You have to ask yourself, why would anybody with a good market of women do this to themselves? And I'm going to show you that it's a fucked up thing to say, but off of this guy's death, the brutality and the just, in all seriousness, this is, other races are benefiting off of the bullshit that we have with our race. And a lot of people don't understand the shit that they talk about, right? Now, he took his own life. Lucky it's not on. He didn't show it. Kind of like he didn't do the Ronnie McNutt situation. Where Ronnie McNutt took his own life with a shotgun. And you seen the whole thing. A lot of men have used their final fall in life as a way to get out. There is no safety nets for men. This is why I say that it's important to have your own options and not somebody else's options. Right? I can't listen to other people's opinions of what a good woman is because they don't have my taste and they don't have my tolerance and they're not me. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of people who did this to themselves. For many different reasons. But you can't let these people do this to you at all. You can't. You have to create, as a man, you have to create your own safety nets. Or we have to help each other create safety nets for each other. The right guys, the right people, right? No one gives a shit. None of these so-called red pill dating coaches talked about this situation. None of them. It went under the radar because they were all full of shit. I knew about it, but like I said, I wasn't in the mood to make videos about things. And I had to cool off from, finding this shit, like I said, in the depths of hell. I call it the depths of hell. When you find all these videos of these dudes doing this to themselves and stuff, and it gets you kind of in a kind of space, and you be like, yeah, man, I don't feel like talking to nobody right now. I gotta clear my head and watch some good shit. I gotta watch some stuffed animals jumping around on the screen or something, because I can't mess with this right now, right? Men need to be more selfish than they ever was with their money. You need to build yourself up and don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. And leave these motherfuckers behind. Because they're willing to leave you behind. Alright? He had a whole community of people who didn't know what he was doing. He was a animator for Fortnite. There's another guy who did this on stream. He choked himself. And that was it. I told you that you have so many things against you. And you have to always look out for yourself. Mainly because it's a dark world out there for men. From the very beginning, no one is handing you anything. You got to work your ass off. Life is not easy for you, but you have to watch other people have an easier life than you, and they can get away with it. Now, there's tons and tons of people who you see them on their run. You see life going easy for them. They're mooching off of people. They're not working hard. And they get to get millions and millions of dollars. Nothing happens to them. And everybody else tell you that they would have their time. Don't pay attention to them. Just work and work and work and do your thing. While they're getting millions of dollars, and it's taking you 3-4 years to get $60,000, $70,000 or whatever, make that much money. These guys making it in a year or two, just being who they are or whatever. It saddens you to the point, it pisses you off. But the opposite side is some people think that people are lazy. When some people not, they just get tired. And then when you see some people, they're working their ass off, and they see in this world that nobody appreciate them, even if they have this so-called confidence in themselves, everybody's disrespecting them. Everybody's disrespecting them. The next minute you know, the guy is found somewhere hanging from a tree. The guy is in his room, odor coming from his room, and he hit a check. Because nobody appreciate him. A lot of so-called hardworking men, they take the ticket out of here. Their wife cheating on them. The world don't care about their problems. And if they don't deal with the women that everybody tell them to deal with, they're going to call an incel or socially awkward. Now, this guy, so let's talk about this, right? A lot of people you don't know is on their last legs. They can have a job that makes all this money. A lot of people wanting to give up. because they're watching other people pass them by while they're being told to get on their app, get put your shit together and blah blah blah. And people don't talk about what that entails, right? And how you have to wait to have fun while everybody else has fun. Sometimes that's painful. While you watching every guy out here get every woman, you're told that you can't have a beautiful woman, you can't do anything with anybody else. You have to have one woman, and that just be your ticket right there, and you have to be happy with one woman. Or you're told that you have to be this science guy, or all these different high expectations for yourself. And when dudes trying them and they failing, they get out of here. One of my friends was going through a hard time. He was thinking about ending it, and I stopped him. This is one of the friends I told y'all about when I saved his life, and he paid me back with disrespect, whatever. And I stopped being his friend. But his family knew about that. He took pills. He wasn't trying to intentionally do that to himself because he already got over it. I talked him out of it. His sister and his grandma, who he was living with at the time, lied on him and got him admitted to a hospital. They 304'd him or whatever, right? He was in a room with a guy who his parents was paying for his college, and he messed up in one class, and he talked to my friend at the time about his life and everything else. He went to the bathroom, and all he heard was commotion. Dude hanged himself in the place. And he was like, I was just talking to dude, and then out of the next minute I know he hanged himself. And I'm like, what place do you in when they didn't secure him at all? And he was like, I don't know. So a lot of people will be talking about mental illness and mental this, mental that, mental this. They help people. I think they let you do that to yourself and pretend like they're doing something for the taxes and for the building and for the job. I mean, he pretty much told me straight away who dude's name. I looked up the dude's name and he was correct. Dude took his life. It's you get a perspective on want to live even more, despite the fact that you're gonna have a harder journey. You can't try to tell me that somehow, some way, these people are gonna end up falling, or somehow, some way, they're not enjoying life. That is for real. Some of them ain't enjoying life because they live money too fast and they burnt out. And I saw a lot of people on the streets who used to have it big and now they don't have it. But at the same time, a lot of these people want to come back around and make fun of you because you're not in a certain position that you in, right? Everybody know it takes a little time, right? But everybody wants a man to rush himself so he doesn't get called a loser or get called a nothing, a nobody. Sometimes you need to pump the brakes on a lot of different people because you don't know what they was trying to do. You don't know if they on their third shot of trying to get somewhere and they getting tired of being stared in places that they went to and it failed. And it wasn't their fault. It was the people that was teaching them their fault. It was people that was saying they was going to help them and didn't help them. A lot of people don't figure that out. That a lot of people end up just being done with the life because it's way too much to deal with when you're being told that you're nothing, you're nobody, you're a loser, you're this and you're that, and you're this and you're that, you're lazy and this and that. And you needed just a mental break from it all before you get back on a horse. And then people just constantly berating you and telling you that you're lazy and this, and you're like, hey, fuck this, I'm out of here. Or you figure out, like a whole bunch of other suicide notes that I read before, that a lot of guys got tired of being used for their money. A lot of them got tired of being alone, being around people who don't appreciate them and just want to use them for their money and their positions and stuff. They wanted to be fully appreciated. They didn't know there was a second option. There was a third option, a fourth option, a fifth option. Mind you, this happened on the female side, but the females, some of them, most of them are going overseas to Canada or New Zealand to do some assistant suicides. I think that's the popular thing for some of these chicks now, to go overseas and assist suicide. So, as I said, this is an example of the dark side of telling a man that he's nothing.